The Arizona Educator Proficiency Assessment Early Childhood Education Test is crucial for hopeful Arizona teachers. If that's you, I'm here to help you out. Welcome to Everything Teacher. I'm Olivia and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. By the time you finish this video, you're going to feel much more confident about your upcoming AEPA Early Childhood Education exam, test code AZ036. We're going to go over a few helpful practice questions for the communication, language, and literacy development section and explore some effective testing strategies. This will help you master your approach to this important test and avoid some of the most common mistakes. But first, let's dig a little deeper into the subsection we're focusing on. The AEPA Early Childhood Education Test has 3 subsections, and communication, language, and literacy development is one of the biggest. It accounts for 38% of the exam. So with 100 questions overall, you can expect about 38 in this section. The good news is, it's all multiple choice. You'll see questions that test your knowledge of key areas like second language acquisition, the development of concepts about print, and the foundations of reading development. Ready to start practicing? Let's get into our practice questions. Here we go. Which of the following strategies best supports a preschooler's development of expressive language skills? A. Providing worksheets with vocabulary words. B. Encouraging children to describe drawings they create. C. Correcting grammar errors during spontaneous conversations. Or D. Asking yes or no questions during circle time. Here's a great place to use a common testing strategy. Identify keywords in the question that point toward the correct answer. Here, our keyword is expressive. So, we know we're looking for the option that encourages broad vocabulary, sentence formation, narrative skills, etc. Option B definitely gives students an opportunity to use expressive language to communicate their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Worksheets are passive and not developmentally appropriate for promoting expressive oral language. Constant correction can hinder confidence and discourage verbal expression. And yes or no questions limit language use rather than expand it. Let's do another question. Which of the following is the most developmentally appropriate way to support English language learners, or ELLs, in the early childhood classroom? A. Use visuals, gestures, and realia to support oral English instruction. B. Avoid using the child's home language to encourage full English immersion. C. Encourage children to respond only in English. Or D. Correct the child's English errors immediately to reinforce proper usage. To answer this question, you'll need to think like a teacher. Keep in mind that communication is your top priority. You want students to be able to come to you and feel understood no matter where they are in the English language learning journey. That means we can eliminate most of these options right away because they block communication and understanding rather than encouraging it. For example, avoiding the home language can harm identity development and language transfer. Likewise, requiring English-only responses can discourage participation in class. Finally, immediate correction can inhibit risk-taking in communication. But using multiple modalities, such as pictures, gestures, and real-life objects, or realia, provides contextual clues that help ELLs comprehend and acquire new English vocabulary and concepts, keeping the pathways to communication and understanding wide open. All right, here's another question. Which of the following activities best promotes the development of print awareness in preschoolers? A. Drawing with crayons during free play. B. Listening to music and dancing. C. Pointing to words while reading a big book aloud. Or D. Watching a video story without captions. This one is pretty simple, but it's still a great place for me to share another test-taking strategy with you. It's often helpful to eliminate obviously wrong answers first. Here, we're looking for activities that develop print awareness. So let's eliminate the options that don't work. Drawing promotes fine motor development, but not print concepts. Music and movement have nothing to do with print at all. And watching a video without print exposure doesn't foster print awareness. We're left with option C, which definitely encourages understanding that print carries meaning and follows conventions such as left to right progression. Ready for another question? Which of the following practices most effectively supports young children's early writing development? A. Asking children to copy sentences written on the board. B. Focusing primarily on spelling accuracy during writing. C. Encouraging children to write freely using invented spelling. Or D. Limiting writing activities until handwriting is mastered. For this question, let's use context clues to narrow in on the right choice. Our biggest clue is that we're focusing on early writing development. That means we're not looking for perfection. We're trying to make sure that students are building the right foundations for later writing success, like phonemic awareness. Copying doesn't promote original thought or phonics understanding. Overemphasizing spelling limits risk-taking and creativity, and delaying writing until a student has perfect handwriting hinders early literacy engagement. Option C is a great activity for early writing development. Invented spelling may not be accurate, but it's a common and necessary step on the way to full literacy. It allows children to experiment with letter-sound relationships and express their ideas freely. It also builds confidence. It's exactly what we're looking for in this answer. Great job on those questions. Before you go back to studying, take a moment to really appreciate the work you've put in already. You should feel proud and hopefully more and more confident too. For more practice, check out our AEPA Early Childhood Education AZ036 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com and check out our AEPA Early Childhood Education AZ036 Communication, Language, and Literacy Development Test Prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short, targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest AEPA test updates. And please, leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy studying!